salary ordinance for the LMU positions.
Yeah, I just talked to Dale. The documentation I emailed to him, I don't know why, probably, well, to be quite honest with you, Dale and I haven't had a chance to sit down and talk about it.
Oh, okay.
And so the numbers that I proposed are, I mean, fractionally above what is currently in place. And so it's obviously not the right document.
Okay.
And so we need to I'm asking that we can table this until either this coming Monday night or a work session the following week to discuss it.
Yeah, that'd be best.
Well, we could do it, and just so you know, the meeting is not Monday. I gotta have that.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
22nd,
But we can
correct.
put it on the utility board, because we're a pretty light agenda on the 22nd.
I just want to make sure we're getting it right.
We can do that.
And I went back and looked at the board submissions and pulled up the document, but it's obviously not the correct document.
All right.
Because the current rate's 31.35 and this is like 31.55 and that's not it.
All right, so everybody okay to wait until the 22nd?
Do we need a motion for that since we called the meeting, or?
I make a motion to table.
Okay.
Thank you.
Second his motion.
Thank you.
Motion is on the floor and seconded to table the salary ordinance for the LMU, the new LMU positions. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry.
Thank
Can I
you.
get a roll call for this meeting?
Board Member Tony Abbott.
I forgot.
Board Member Aaron Cook is absent. Board Member Mel Davis.
Here.
Board Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Board Member Randy Abner.
Here.
City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen.
Aloha.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay.
Hey.
And just a reminder that the next meeting will be at 5 o'clock on the 22nd, a week from tonight, and that will be to discuss the pool project. So come prepared with your options, Mr. Abbott, and then we will follow that with our regular meeting for the month. And just so you know, we got very few tree requests.
I've got about 6
Well,
weeks.
just
And
so
that-
you know, the deadline was when?
It was Monday at 4 o'clock.
Monday for
Wait a
We
minute.
got them all together.
I've got
right?
6 or 8, and it's supposed to be turned into a city official, and I do believe I'm a city official, so they're turned in under the deadline.
LMU.
Now, you wanna argue that?
I do have a
Where they at?
question.
They're at the house.
I believe it said it was supposed to be turned into LMU, not city official.
Didn't say it, LMU.
Didn't say city official.
Drag me into this.
Can you bring them over
Well,
tomorrow?
man, I'm on the utility board.
Can you
I'm
bring
on the
them-
utility
Can you bring
board.
them over tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be done first thing in the morning.
Hey, on a different subject,
just
I
give
do
me
have a
Carrie
question.
All right.
Do we need to schedule an executive session to talk about employee issues within the utility?
We are going to have to,
About what? Oh, I'm sorry.
Utility issues, employment issues within the utility, dealing with a particular employee?
Yep.
yes.
I got one question for you too, not considering
We
that,
all-
but did
we
you
all
get a hold of
might-
anybody,
Yeah.
Olin, about that storm sewer?
I did.
Did they do anything? Because if not, I'm gonna get my ass chewed up and down.
They actually declined any assistance, Tony. They declined any help. They said that they had it taken care of.
Yeah, but I thought we were going to check the storm sewer,
No,
make sure there's no
So
plugging.
on that level, yes. I talked with Kim. Kim was gonna check out the storm sewer, see what had occurred that caused it to overflow the curb and gutter. But the resident didn't request anything in addition to what they had already done.
Yeah, I
we
knew
are
that,
looking into
but I
our
just,
side of
I
it.
just don't wanna see it happen again. I mean, this,
Friday.
I've never seen it happen, never.
Oh, and we're looking into it from our side. At least that's what I was told from Kim.
Yeah, 'cause there's got something has had to cause that.
You know,
I mean,
I'll
we've
tell
had
you-
bigger rains than what we had.
Well, one time I was driving right over here by the funeral home that's closed down, the one,
Yeah.
anyway, and the entire street was flooded. So I got out and started looking at the storm drains. And on the storm drains, there was a couple of newspapers and some other trash that had covered them up.
Yeah.
And so when I pulled that off, they immediately drained the street.
Well, I went down there and checked that, and it wasn't that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, sometimes if the storm drains aren't able to take what's coming, it's because they have some debris over the grates.
Okay. I hope that's all it was. We got sucked in.
I encourage everybody to stick around for the bucket challenge. Can I get a
that right
motion? Yeah.
Your Honor,
So I need to get the camera right now.
Your Honor, I will do that if you all will volunteer to come up and help me load furniture.
What
You're having a good time up there, Mel.
As soon as this thing's over.
We can volunteer, don't mean we'll be there, but we can volunteer for you.
Hey guys, before we adjourn, obviously, and we can't discuss it, but because we're not an executive, and we'll schedule an executive for Olin's employment issue and to discuss this more. But I did want to just say and comment on the Franklin County case just briefly. It's the same release that I gave to the news, but I want you guys to be out ahead of it. They're going to run stories tomorrow. We obviously, you guys know this was, I know. We're in a public session, but this was something that happened in 2006. You guys know that. You guys understand that certain decisions were made and documents were written, and that's what the litigation was based about, and that was what the judge's ruling was based on. That's only part of it, though. Of course, we always have to deal with issues that occurred before we sat in these seats. The next phase is, of course, going to be an appeal, and I do think that the judge made an error. I think that Indiana law does not support the judge's decision, and so I'm going to stick it out and fight it as hard as we can, and we'll see what happens. With any litigation, you never know what's going to happen, but you fight for what you believe is the right thing, and we'll keep doing that. But obviously, we don't want to have any discussion. I just wanted to address it because it's out there and it's going to be in the news and stuff tomorrow. So we'll get an executive session together, discuss the details. So thank you.
And my name's Tony Abbott. My opinion is just stupid.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Oh, boy. That's a good one.
First, who had a motion to adjourn?
Tony did.
Tony, second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Opposed?
did you
Motion
second?
carries.
Bunch of freaks.
I know that's
Me too. No germs in
Lawrenceburg got throw all that shit in the car, hadn't I, for
I don't want to adjourn because I'm afraid I'm going to get wet.
Who's dumping the water?